and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my March setup in my bullet journal. As you probably have already seen, this is a very simple, clean setup compared to my other videos I have shared with you guys so far. This month, I really couldn't settle on a theme and just was really lacking in just creative interest in any ideas that I had, and sometimes when this happens I like to do a more basic, simple, clean approach to the month instead to break apart from the other months that I tend to be a little bit more creative and colorful in. So as you can see, I even flipped my journal to be horizontal to also give me something different to work with and break apart from the other months. This is also a great way to gain more real estate in the overall spread. I also recommend this layout if you are in a pinch and don't have a whole lot of time to work on your bullet journal, or maybe you're even starting out. This is just a great way to get your bearings and just only focus on the objects or the grids that you're interested in, and then each month going forward you add a little bit more of a creative flair each time as you go. As you'll see, this month only expands as 2 whole spreads, which is great if you're trying to be conscious of how much you can fit into one journal. I'm using an A5. I had someone ask me in my previous video, and as you can see from my whiteout, it is an off-white. This tends to be a little easier on my eyes. I just is an overall preference on my behalf. For this first spread, I start off with a traditional calendar grid that's up in the upper left. And beside that, I have a notes box for March and also for April. I like to write things down for the current and also what could be also coming up, because I don't have April created just yet. Below that, mostly in the center, is the mood tracker that I usually use. Then a weather tracker, which mirrors the traditional calendar grid. 3 mini calendar grids, which will show my workout, water intake, and also spending. I like to fill in with the color, I'm thinking green for this month, and I will fill in each little box as it applies. On the right hand side is my budget tracker, where I will write in how much was spent each week during the entire month. And at the very bottom, I didn't write in at the time because I wasn't sure, but it's a daily tracker where you put a dot on the day that whatever you're tracking applies. I eventually did write into this section vitamins and supplements, so when I do take those, I will apply a dot on the day, which will have numbers along the bottom, and you can see right now I'm starting to fill those in. As you can probably see, I don't have the best penmanship, although it's not terrible, it could be a lot better. I like to be honest and just, my lines aren't going to be all the way straight. I'm not going to have crazy cool calligraphy skills, although I've tried. Sometimes I give it a go, and sometimes I just like to write out what it is that needs to be written out. This is just honestly the best way to approach bullet journaling. Try not to make everything so perfect all the time. I usually am a perfectionist, but journaling has really helped me lessen up on that and just be realistic. This is supposed to be practical and help me, and it's not supposed to be something that is picture perfect meant to be on a wall. It's supposed to be practical. So if you're hard on yourself sometimes, let it go. It's honestly the best therapy for that type of stuff. Just cleaning up the pencil lines here, making sure that everything is just strictly pen. Towards the end as well, I decided to add just a little bit of dimension to this page by creating a thicker edging to represent some shadowing. I felt like it helped a little bit darken up the page. Moving on to the second and last spread for this month is going to be my weekly/daily layout. So on the top left, I just have an upcoming notes, just additional notes about everyday stuff that can't fit within the box, more specifics. And then going vertically in columns, I broke out my weeks. So it starts off as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then the last box in the column is a shared box for both Saturday and Sunday. It was really nice to fit the entire month in one whole spread. It's just visually nice to see what's coming up, and you're not flipping through pages, just to kind of get an idea of where you're going for the month. And again, super simple setup, nothing crazy here, just basic lines and dots, and we're all ready to go. We're gonna clean up the lines, and that's pretty much it for my month of March. I hope this inspires you in some way, even if you're feeling a little overwhelmed about being creative with your months. Sometimes it's great to take a break and just only focus on the important stuff that we're entering in. And again, nothing has to be perfect. It's just really refreshing to start from the basics again. Thank you all for watching, and have a great March.